Hey, I haven't been on in a while because I'm getting over a cold, and I'm also catching up on social work CEUs. Even though I don't practice in the field, um, you have to renew social work CEUs every couple of years to keep your license active so you don't lose it. I recently watched the movie Slaughter High, which is about a nerd in high school who gets a prank played on him and ends up in the hospital from really bad acid burns. And it's from the people who made Friday the 13th. It has the same composer as Friday the 13th. And what's interesting is that one of the main actresses in the film, one of the main girls, is 36 years old, and she's supposed to play a high school student in the opening. But I think it works because she's very attractive. She was very attractive back then. The interesting way that Slaughter High was made was that back in the day, the producer would have these powwow sessions to drum up interest about the movie. He would drum up interest to get profits, and he would charge all of the filming on his credit cards, and he would be able to hound out the movie within a couple of weeks before the credit card bill was due. And what he was able to do was drum up enough interest so that he would recoup what he spent to make the film and then some. And just real interesting compared to how films are made today. The movie was made pretty much on the fringe. The main actor who plays the picked upon nerd, Simon Scudmore, I think that's how you say his name. Sadly, he committed suicide shortly after the film's release, but from what I've gathered online, it had nothing to do with the film. And I think I read that he had issues of depression and maybe had some kind of shady past or something happened to him. I'm not really sure. But pretty sad. And moving on, I also watched the film Chopping Mall, which instead of having a maniac stalking teenagers staying at the shopping mall, we have killer defense robots. And the robots were put there to protect the mall from shoplifters and perverts and shady people. And instead, the robots malfunction and hone in on a group of young people who work in the store who are partying in one of the stores overnight. And even though it's cheesy and dated by today, it's still really fun to watch. And there's even this hilarious line where one of the victims says, "I'm so exhausted. I'm just not used to being chased by killer robots." And the robots itself are really designed well. And they shoot laser beams and have ginormous claws. So, all in all, I really enjoyed Chopping Mall. And another thing about the film is that it's only about 78 minutes long. And if you find a DVD online that says it's 95 minutes or up, it's a lie because the film is only 78 minutes. And as far as I know, there's no footage that has 95 minutes or more of the film. What you see is what you get. There's no uncut version of it. I also watched the film about the C.H.U.D, which is based on the first film, C.H.U.Ds. And oddly enough, it has nothing to do with the first film. It's almost more like a knockoff Romero film. It's about a genetically engineered soldier made by the military who goes on the warpath and starts biting and devouring people and pets, which in turn turns them into C.H.U.Ds. And before you know it, the town is crawling with these creatures. And like I said, it's kind of more like a zombie film, and it doesn't take itself super seriously, but I thought it was pretty cool. I also watched the film Waxwork, which stars Deborah Foreman. It's about a group of young people who go to an overnight wax exhibit with different monster and gruesome exhibits. And they manage to jump through different portals and the exhibits come to life. So, say if Deborah Foreman is in one exhibit, she ends up with the Marquis de Sade, or Jack the Ripper, or the Count Dracula. And I thought the movie was pretty cool. It didn't live up to all of its potential, probably because of the budget, and some people would wish that Waxwork would be remade today. There's also Waxwork Part 2, which I don't really remember, or I think I only saw it once. Drew Barrymore has a really short cameo in it. I think I remember reading she only did it for the cash at the time, because she was just starting out in movies as a young adult back then. And to wrap it up, I watched the movie Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College, which is a really corny movie. It stars Eva Longoria, and basically it's about pint-sized little demons who are conjured up by a comic book, wreaking havoc on campus during prank week. So it's kind of like a typical college gross-out comedy with horror movie. Little goblins thrown in. And even though people die, like, kind of gruesome deaths, like, it's played over the top, so you really can't take it seriously. And I've watched other films in the Ghoulies series, and each film is different. Even though it has the Ghoulies in it, they're always in different scenarios. Like, in one scenario, they're at a mansion. Another scenario, they're at a carnival as a sideshow attraction. So I really dig the Ghoulies franchise and the animatronic puppets. Just the overtop corniness of it. So that's it for now. I've been catching up on horror movies because it's September, so October 31st is right around the corner. And if you have any recommendations, let me know. And that's it. Bye.